I was a train conductor. I was a pilot for like a year. I was a coroner, security, lifeguard.
This, what I have seen, I think is probably one of the worst things I've seen in a while, except for, the whole Diddy trial. Guys, listen, this is going to be a follow-up video on a video I did before about Jess Hilarious on The Breakfast Club, almost losing her job to Lauren LaRosa. If you did not see the video, go and check that video out and then come back. But before we get in all of the mess of what I have seen, click a like, click a subscribe for your girl, and hit that notification bell, because guys, that notification bell notifies you of all the new videos that I put out. You probably missed a few already on our road to 1K, and that is important to me, to us, in this YouTube streets. Let's get down to it. So guys, let's go back to the beginning. I think it was about a month ago, maybe two. A lot of people did a video on Jess Hilarious almost losing job to Lauren LaRosa on The Breakfast Club. The whole thing was, for the people that don't know, Lauren LaRosa took over Jess the Mess. That is the segment that Jess Hilarious did on The Breakfast Club. And she took over that segment because Jess went on maternity leave. So she landed this 6-figure job at The Breakfast Club, and it was a major accomplishment. So Lauren LaRosa is actually a big thing. She worked from TMZ and she did all sorts of things. Now, Jess Hilarious, we know for her comic relief as a comedian, and we know her from all the skits that she did back in the days, and that's how she kind of made a name for herself. Later, she worked on A Wild 'N Out with Nick Cannon, and then the ball started rolling. She's really good, I think, with Charlamagne the God from The Breakfast Club, and people say that that is kind of how she got the job, which everybody wants that job, but she got it. Now, you think that if you get this 6-figure dream job, that you would guard it with your life, you would think. Not even long thereafter, which is also seen in my video, she announced that she was pregnant and expecting a baby. So that is joyous news, but you can't expect people, when the critics be like, girl, you just landed this job. You're going on maternity leave now in the peak of your career? Yes, I am, she said. So she went on maternity leave, but there's always someone lurking. So she actually introduced Lauren LaRosa as a great journalist. Let her fill in for me until I get back. Now, some might say that was one of the biggest mistakes, but it was also a very nice thing to do of Jess, because, sisterly thing, take over for me and make a way. Little did she know, Lauren LaRosa would kill this segment. And very soon, the people were talking. Like, she is doing a phenomenal job. Like, we don't even feel like Jess has to come back. She stay wherever she is. We're fine. People were going off. So she had to endure that. And you can imagine that once you give birth, you go on your maternity leave, and you see all of that. That's not a cool thing. You get your blood pressure all high and everything, but she kept it cool. Now, on the day she came back, Lauren LaRosa was still there. Now, she told us that, listen, the whole agreement was, once I came back, she would bow out gracefully. But then there she still was. Second problem I have is that the whole time she was taking over my segment, the segment was called Jess the Mess. But she is Lauren LaRosa. Why didn't she do her own thing? All right. So now management of iHeartRadio, they were like, okay, listen. She's here now. The people love her. We can't let her go. So we are going to bring you two together with the guys, and you do your own thing. But that was not what was being agreed upon. And Jess already saw how she did. She killed it. So she was like, after coexist next to her, like, what's going on? She was supposed to fill in.
When I came back, I picked her to fill in for me, right? I come back. She ain't never leave. Then, all right, cool that she don't leave. But she's on only during my segment. If she was meant to be a full host, move her in another way.
That made a whole thing. Lauren LaRosa came out, said something. Jess was very emotional about this whole thing.
Y'all like Sage? Jess want to fight.
So number one mistake to me is that Jess said she really wanted the baby, and she got pregnant deliberately in that time that she just landed the job.
I don't regret when I got pregnant. I don't. I got pregnant on purpose. That's what I wanted, a baby, and that's what I got. You know what I'm saying?
Mistake one, you got way too comfortable, girl, knowing Charlamagne or whatever, because what kind of timing is that? Then two, Once this whole thing erupted, that Lauren LaRosa was there to stay, she went on TikTok, she went on all the blogs, and she started going off.
What we talking about? While her fans and her people and the Breakfast Club people and the people in the comments, man, I'm not ready to sit up here and act like I don't see that shit. Are y'all crazy? You try to come back to work and the motherfucker is right there at your desk. And ain't nobody telling you, mind you. Nobody telling you nothing. I'm sick of that. I'm very, very sick of that.
All right. So that was mistake 2, because that is still your employer, girl. 6 figures. You went and had a baby. Very nice. But what do you expect us to do? So they kind of made up, and I think that management said, listen, Lauren ain't going nowhere. She's a great journalist, and she has way more information. She speaks very eloquently. She knows how to research the topic. So this is definitely what we need. She kind of resembles Angela Yee more. They were like, Jess, you are more in the comedian side of things. So if you don't want to let someone go, that's how you do it slowly. You put them to the side. So Jess handles the mess. Then let's get into what I want to talk about today. So Jess handles the mess. But how can she handle other people's mess when she's the mess? Look at this.
Jess is here. She's a little intoxicated. A little.
Yo, stop telling everybody business all the time.
They can hear it.
God damn.
They gonna
bro.
think something else happened.
They don't. No, they not, yo. Yo, I know I sound like a stud today. I know.
You sound like a stud.
She was high as a kite. And you might think, maybe something's wrong with her. She was kind of under the weather. No. She was like this the whole entire show.
Or like whenever women do something that we've been talking about, they think it's because they was actually listening to us. No, they did it because they finally felt like doing it in that moment.
Crazy.
That's all.
So, Jess, can you prove them wrong that you are going to do it, or you just going to do what Trauma says, the girls just don't listen?
Yo, I'm gonna do it.
No.
I got you. I promise. I'm gonna do it, yo.
This is the 5th time, donkey today. Ain't none of y'all back me up. Only DJ Envy said you ain't do it.
I'm gonna do it.
She ain't gonna do it today because she intoxicated today. But
Telling you, intoxicated. That 6-figure job that clearly did not need you, because it's not like your segment was doing the thing. Like, people are really zooming into Lauren LaRosa, but since you have a little pool there, Charlemagne, and they kind of felt bad, and you are going out of TikTok and the blogs, and they were like, we gotta go easy on her. You were right on certain points. I said it in my previous video, but at the end of the day, management is management, girl. It's their show. They can do whatever they want. They can let you go tomorrow if they want to. That's how the thing works. You already know how it works in corporate. You are going to definitely lose the job, girl. And then you're going to make another TikTok again asking us to just fight it out with you. We're not. I got 2nd, 3rd, 4th hand embarrassment when I looked at this. Why didn't you call in sick? Because your segment is this big. And the advice that you give people how to handle mess isn't that good at all anyway, in my opinion.
Now, I ain't trying to have no newborn in the house right now.
Damn. Yeah, well, you gotta tell her just like that. And then you should.
She crazy, Jess. She crazy for real.
Well, you gotta look. This is what you gotta do. Just pull out every time.
Now you're here looking a mess, and you want to solve other people's mess. Girl, the fact that you are still there, I don't want you to lose your job. Because you're a sister. I don't want people. Look at me. It's not like I'm advocating for her to lose a job. There are a lot of other people, Corey Holcomb and whatever, because this is what he said when Lauren took over the show.
This is what happened at the Breakfast Club. She took that job. She got that job because I think she had a social media presence. I can't imagine why else.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah.
So she got that job. And I always said she wasn't talented. She got the job and got knocked up shortly afterwards. And the worst thing in the world happened. They brought in somebody who was talented.
Who they bring in?
Homegirl from she used to be on TMZ.
Yeah.
Oh.
She has experience with doing that. When she talks, her voice, I don't know her name.
Yeah.
The girl who is Lauren. That girl.
You see what I'm saying? So these are the kind of people that are advocating for you to lose your job. So you would think that you would put in the extra work. Lauren even told you, girl, let me help you by, studying the subjects more well and whatever. Let me bring you on. Instead, you came high as a kite. Look at more clips, guys.
So wait, you said they're asking you Who do you give a gift to?
Well, they both get gift, but who should be celebrated more?
Yo, let freedom ring. And y'all thought I was asleep, yo, no.
Can you imagine? Fresh mom, on a job, 6 figures. We are all rooting for you because it was most likely that you would get this job. We're calling you Jess not hilarious. And here you are. I am ashamed watching this, and it's painful. Girl, stop. Stop this right now. You weren't ready for this job. You weren't ready. And this is going to be one of the lessons where you lose your job, then you go all down and out. Because, we've all been there one time in our lives, and you're like, damn. And you got to start over again, doing your little comedy sketches where people now are like, you're not funny anymore. They're way funnier people. So it's going to be a little bit harder. Is this normal? Am I exaggerating? Is this okay? Well, family, let me know what you think of this. And have you ever seen something like this before? And what happened to the person? Maybe this is very normal in 2025 because, all else is going to hell. So maybe this is the new normal. Let me know in the comments, fam. Let's move on to the next topic, which is Toni Braxton. Now, normally, I don't talk about my sisters like that, because I feel like whatever you wear or how you dress is up to you. However, if you compare her to her sister Tamar, for instance, she's very laid back, very chilled, and she's never really problematic. We've seen her once blowing up in the media because of her bankruptcy and everything, but that is years and years ago. And she blew up again when she announced that she and Birdman were doing the thing, and we were like, Toni, what's going on, girl? But that family, I'm unfiltered. That family always to me has a little weird, but that's neither here nor there. Now, her son graduated, which is a very big accomplishment. Congratulations, Toni and the Braxton family on his graduation. But I saw a picture and I could have sworn she was shooting a video clip, or because I thought my eyes are deceiving me. Because I saw her in I don't know what it was, like stockings, like a lingerie cut stockings with a short, I don't even know what it was. Look at it. What is going on? Now you are already a celebrity, girl. That already brings the attention. That people are, look at Toni. So it kind of takes the attention away from your son already. Don't look at my nails. Yes, it's broke. On top of that, you thought it was good to wear something skimpy like that, Toni. And then she had, a little hat on with it was. I didn't know if she was going to a erotic party or a funeral. Toni on his graduation. My God. Toni, why? Once everybody picked it up, leave it up to Corey. This is what he said.
Son's graduation. And you want to talk about the deterioration of society. The deterioration of society. This is an example of it. When you are at your son's graduation, like that. Here's the picture.
Oh, wow. No.
Do you see that? At her son's graduation like that. This is why society is in chaos. Because I bet nobody there who is a loved one of her is going to say, you're really dressed inappropriately for a graduation ceremony of your son.
Wow.
I don't care if you're an R&B singer. I don't care if you're a stripper. You ain't got no business showing up like that at your son's graduation. Doesn't that gown say Howard?
Yeah. Yep. It don't matter which one or where it's at. It could have been
They should have escorted her out.
Ooh, it's weird. What is this? But guys, put it in the comments. What's going on with a girl? I thought somebody would come forward and say, people, yeah, we got you. Hey, nope, this is not true. This is AI, but it's not. Thank you again for watching this video, spending time with your girl. See you in the next video. Bye.